Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody, let's take a look at the gold market. So the gold market is pure madness right now for trading. It's just because you could see what could happen if the external driving factor intrudes in the normal market performance. I'm speaking currently about the Niger COP in Africa and what is actually particularly has followed after the COP. It's actually the statement that they are intent to stop deliver the export and supply of the Iranian ore and the gold to the France. But the problem is actually that France depends on the 30-40% from the Iranian ore right from the Niger. And this is really tough question. This will be a really big energy hit, not only for the France but in whole Europe, because you understand that the nuclear plant actually it's provides energy supply to many hard industry factories, and in general it's very important. I would say it's even vital for the Europe and in France in particular. And this now is taking a kind of the geopolitical character, this problem. Since analysis right now starts speaking that it might be some, well, military intruding in the Niger by the France forces, maybe by the NATO. So nobody knows anything, but since the geopolitical tension is rising, so this makes direct impact on the gold. And you can see what has happened actually yesterday. So once our scenario has started working nice, so we said this is completed, market starts to the downside action, and right after this event you can see what has happened here. So once we have to acknowledge that once again our entry right there was kind of closed at the break-even, so with this upper protection. Now the major question, what to expect next, whether market will be able to show another leg down, or we still will get our downside action. So speaking on the daily chart, we do not see any currently the break of the bearish context. Trend stands bearish. Major reversal session still valid, and it's not been erased, so all following price action stands inside of this session, which tells that in general our view on the possible ABCD pattern down here is still valid. So on the 4-time frame chart, the same story. So despite that market has completed a bit greater ABCD, here's by the way it has started right from the grabber. It has been formed right there. So once B point has been formed, it was combined with the grabber and market just showing this upward action. So ABCD is completed. Market has formed gorgeous triple to sell and now shows the reaction here. But there are two problems with this overall situation. First of all is very strong upward action to the OP right there. It suggests the chances on XOP back to the 1980 area. Seems not really bad. Second, take a look, market could form another grabber. So the same story that we have on the euro currency. The shape of the price on the euro and the gold a bit different. Gold is more aiming on the higher, on an upward direction. But the patterns mostly stands the same. And as on the euro currency as the gold, here's the question of whether there are another upward action will happen here or not. So despite that the bearish context is still valid and we have this nasty downside candle and we are still having in place the kind of the ABCD pattern that we were considering with the XOP around 1930. So all the stuff is still valid, but since our previous entry was cancelled by the surprising news from the Africa, and the grabber still could be formed, in the current moment I would stay aside from taking the new short position. I would prefer to see what will happen with the grabber and what the market performance will be. For instance, if market will not form the grabber and keep going lower, taking out of these lows, that would be good bearish sign, and it might suggest that indeed we are going lower. If grabber will be formed and market will stay above this area and standing somewhere in this area, well, in this case, I wouldn't consider taking a new short position because we could get this type of action. So if we get grabber here, with this our ABCD pattern, we have acceleration to the OP, market could follow to the XOP around 1983. So in this case, the sell-off will be totally erased by the price action. And if this will happen, once again, we could return back to idea of upward reversal and upward continuation while we're head and shoulders without touching of the 1930. So this madness usually happens when you have to take into consideration the new geopolitical inputs that has happened and that just distort the normal price mechanics. So unfortunately, the gold is a kind of the market that's just absorbing all this stuff and shows reaction on such events. So, and we have no options and choice but just trying to manage all this stuff as we could. So that's our conclusion on the gold. Once again, as a bottom line, is two words speaking. We are watching for 4-hour time frame chart performance, appearing of the grabber and standing on the market around 1955. In this case, we do nothing, at least we do not take the short position. So if you'd like to buy, you probably could try to do this, because in this case, market could keep going to the XOP. If market will not form the grabber and drop below the lows, here below 1950, breaking down this support area once again, that will be bearish sign. In this case, we really could get the continuation of our initial analysis that we have prepared in the weekend.